Roll out, yeah, I'm on it. Coffee in hand, got a plan, I can feel it. Life is good when I lean in. Start up right, doing the work out of sight. Let's go, it's Mojo.
Rick Hale, how are you? I'm going to talk fast today because this is going to be the shortest Mojo Monday ever.
Yeah, we're going to land in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, so we're going to call it shortest Mojo ever. But 5 big questions. Rick Hale, what's our trivia?
Trivia today is, what is the shortest sentence in the English language?
Shortest sentence English language.
Yes.
All right. It's halftime, Rick, and we don't typically timestamp our Mojo Mondays because we want them to live on.
Evergreen.
Anytime they should be relevant. However, we're doing a short one specifically around halftime. And I've got 5 big questions we should all answer.
Big.
First question. What's the biggest lesson the first half of the year is trying to teach you?
Ooh. Wow.
What's the biggest lesson? So here's the thing, Rick, we always make goals, plan our year before the year gets here. 9 times out of 10, those never come back in front of our face until we go to make the goals for the next year. But you should be looking at them throughout the year. But more importantly, you should reflect. And this is a whole mojo around reflecting halfway through the year. What's the biggest lesson the first half of the year is trying to teach you? Second question, Rick. Unless you had a thought around that.
I would say that some habits favor me and some need reassessment.
I like it. All right. Second question. What conversation are you avoiding with yourself or your clients?
What conversation?
We all know there's conversations we shy away from, we procrastinate to have. We know subconsciously, Rick, you always talk about the subconscious and the conscious. Subconsciously, we know what's not right. We know what needs to be addressed. Yet we haven't actually put it into our conscious brain to say, I'm going to go address it. Third question. If the second half of the year looks exactly like the first half did, how are you feeling on December 31st?
So if you did nothing different,
it was exactly
status quo,
mirror replication.
So I think it's important, if that's the question, you should analyze the reality that sometimes external circumstances could evolve or change.
Sure.
Be careful assuming that you can repeat the first half. If you look at the first half data for the things you've accomplished, the relationships you built, deals you've closed, and you can't point to a formula, an algorithm, or a strategy that creates a repeat of those 6 months, and you feel there's an element of luck, that should be part of the questioning too. When you say if nothing changed, you still might have to modify to replicate what you've done in the first 6 months because of external factors. So
nothing's constant, right?
But the question, I guess part of the question might be, are you content with exactly where you are at halftime?
Most people would say no to that. Most people set big goals. The year doesn't always show up the way they expected it to. There's been some exterior forces this year that kind of changed the climate of what we thought business was going to be. Yet I think those are excuses and not performance reality, because everybody can create their own reality. We've talked about that forever.
Yeah.
But the question is, are you going to do something different? Push it for the second half of the year? Or are you just comfortable and going to keep riding the wave? And how do you feel if the year gets behind you on December 31st and go, did I miss my opportunity or did I push? Question number 4, Rick. What are you still doing because it worked before, yet it isn't working today?
Ooh, that reminds me of that saying. Sometimes, you're losing so slowly, you still think you're winning, and it plays into that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What are you still doing because it worked before, yet it isn't working today. Assess your activities, right?
Yeah.
And then the last question, which I love the most, Rick, is what does the second half of the year require you to become as a leader?
Oh, yeah.
What's your DNA and how you show up the second half of the year? What does it require of you to become in order to win big, right? Live a big life and succeed.
Well, and maybe we define leadership with John Maxwell in mind when he says that leadership's nothing more than influence. So how do you create the wake of influence in your business and personal lives that's undeniably better?
There you go. So the 5 questions, Rick. Number 1, what is the biggest lesson the first half of the year is trying to teach you? Number 2, what conversation are you avoiding with yourself or your clients? Number 3, if the second half of the year looks just like the first half of the year, how are you feeling on December 31st? Number 4, what are you still doing because it worked before, yet it's not working today? And number 5, what does the second half of the year require you to become as a leader? Shortest mojo ever, Rick.
Time, date, stamp it, baby. Going to the Guinness.
What's the quivia? The trivia.
The quivia. Well, the quivia is.
It's a quiz, a quivia.
So the shortest sentence is go, according to chat. Go, just go, do something. But now there are other one-word complete sentences: run, stop, listen, which interestingly enough, maybe those should be inverted. Listen, stop, listen, and then run.
Yeah.
But the shortest complete grammatically correct sentence is I am.
I think that's the most powerful words in the English language.
And we'll flip it. You are, and then I'll add one word. You guys are awesome. We love you. Have an incredible, awesome week. Happy Mojo Monday.
Yes, sir.
You got this. We're impacting the world, can't miss. Let's go, it's Mojo. Life is best on Mojo Monday. Let's go. Yeah, I know. Set the tone and ride it all day. Mojo, Mojo Monday. Fun and fired up. I'm on my way. Let's go, it's Mojo. Life is best on Mojo Monday.